The first thing I noticed is that the horses are made from completely different materials. The Tobiano Mustang is quite bendy in the legs compared to the Dun Appaloosa. It still has a bit of a bend, but he feels much stronger than the other one. You can even hear how heavy he sounds in comparison. Much stronger. As for paint job, I really like the Mustang. I think some of the white markings look like they could have done with one more layer maybe. It's a bit thin in places, but I guess perhaps another coat would have looked too thick. Overall it's not bad, I'm quite pleased with it, although that one black hoof makes no sense to me, as the white marking goes all the way around the lower foot, so the hoof would be white on a real horse. But other than that, I think he's great. I think I'll give him a 4 out of 5. Now, the Dun is interesting. I like his colour, but what they've done with his legs is a little weird. I see what they were going for, but it just looks odd having only the front of the front legs and the back of the back legs be shaded. This can happen with Dun horses, but the legs are usually striped in these cases, and the lower leg close to the hoof should still be fully dark all the way around. So yeah, I'm not sure why they decided this was a good way to showcase a Dun, but at least they're trying to give us interesting colours, I guess. Other than the legs though, I do like this horse, so I'll say he's a 3 out of 5. Next up we have the Texas Longhorn Calf. Not much to say as it's the exact same as the regular release from 2019. But she is cute. And lastly, the Rodeo Bull. Now I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's the same as the 13816. So again, not much to say about this guy. He does have a small paint chip under him, but I'm not too bothered about that as it's only small and I mainly got this set for the horses anyway. Now let's talk about the tack. It's bad. First of all, it took me way too long to get the girl's feet to stay in the stirrups properly, but more importantly, look how far back the saddle is on this poor horse. I mean, the strap is in his groin. I know the tack can't fit all the models, but if you're going to release sets with riders, at least make sure the tack fits the models you're including. As for the bull, the straps don't even do up properly underneath. I could not get either one to reach the first groove, so they're just kinda resting there. Also, the boy can't grab the handle without being completely sideways, so he's also just not being held on by anything. Overall, not great, honestly. Finally, the Appaloosa. Well, at least the tack looks like it fits this model properly. However, I will say that it was really hard to get the bridle on. I seriously thought the part that goes over the ears was going to break at one point. It was also quite tough to get the breast collar over the horse's neck. I really had to pull it, but thankfully that part is quite thick, so it didn't seem likely to break. So, what are my final thoughts on this set? Well, while I do really like the horses, I don't think this set should be worth $75. I mean, Schleich charges $11 for their big models, so that's $33 for the 3 big figures, plus $7 for the calf, so that's $40 total for the animals. You're telling me the rest of the extras in this set cost another $35? You could basically get another 3 models for that. I personally wouldn't want to pay any more than $20 for the extra stuff. Also, since this is a US exclusive set and is only available in the States, I, as someone from the UK, had to pay even more just to get this shipped over to me. Overall, it's not a bad set, but it is just a little too expensive for what it is. It should probably be worth $60 max, which granted is what it costs from Amazon, which is where I got it from and where I recommend others get it too if they really want it. I think my final verdict for collectors would be to wait if you can for the horses to be sold secondhand, especially if you are in the US. For those like me not in the States, it depends. You can try to find them secondhand, but it's going to be much harder to get the figures that way. So depending on how dedicated of a collector you are, it might be best to buy the set while you can to guarantee you get the figures. Just be aware that they are overpriced. I hope this video review was helpful for those deciding whether or not to get this set. Let me know in the comments what you think of the set. Also, this is my first time making a video like this, so I'm sorry for any mistakes or bad editing. I'm still figuring stuff out. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all next time. Bye!